Kung ano man ang pinagdadaanan natin sa buhay, whether it's personal, romantic relationships, or may it be career. Should I stay? Should I go? When is enough? This episode is for you. Namaskaram. Namaskaram, namaste, or namaskar is a Hindu greeting that says the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, or the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. My name is Marky Mendoza. Welcome to Reiki with Marky and yet another meaningful episode here in our YouTube channel. And in this episode, we're going to discuss when is enough. Kailan ba natin talaga masasabi ito? And when do we get to measure kung talagang it is really about time for us to make that decision? So without further ado, let's go! Now, before we continue with our episode for today, if you have any comments, suggestions, or any topics that you would want Reiki with Marky to discuss in the future, do not forget to leave a comment down below. Kaming bahala sa mga topics na yan in the future. Now, in this topic, I know this is really, sabi ko nga sa intro natin hindi naman siya necessarily lang na it's about love. Oftentimes, these are big decisions that we all need to make. Primarily, dahil alam natin meron tayong pinagdadaanan, the roller coaster ride of emotions are being presented to us. Na-present sa atin na okay, it's a good feeling, tapos eventually you will discover, kumaga, the pros and cons. You will see the beauty of it, and also you will have the opportunity to see the opposite. Now, at the end of it all, lalo na kapag, usually, ganito naman na nangyayari kapag nagkakasunod-sunod, tinatanong mo sa sarili mo, okay, eto na naman siya. Magbabago ba yung sitwasyon? Mai-improve ba? Paano kung sunod-sunod? And that is really often the question why. Now, I'm going to present you 3 easy tips on how we are going to understand, to measure kung paano ba talaga natin malalaman na, yes, I've given my fair share. So, unang-una, we will start with our first step. So, did I see both sides of the story and wala ba itong bias? Importante yung last statement, wala na ba itong bias? Kasi, yes, our side of the story, this is something that we always get to experience dahil tayo yung nandun sa experience natin. And again, this is not necessarily just for romantic relationships or career, any form of experiences natin. Now, we need to always see both sides of the story, hindi lamang yung side natin, and take note, walang bias. So, how do we know na walang bias? Remember, the only way for us to really know the truth is for us to really become very honest sa sarili natin. Pagbigyan nga natin kung nakakapagsinungaling tayo sa ibang tao, sa ibang bagay at sitwasyon, pero wag sa sarili because again, that's the only way for us to really learn. Dapat hindi tayo magsisinungaling sa sarili natin. So honestly ask yourself, have I really seen the situation clearly ng balanse ng walang bias? And then kung ano man ang sagot doon, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Knowing your side of the story is only one side of it. Alamin mo din, put yourself on the situation of the other person or the experience or the other people directly concerned sa situation mo. And honestly ask yourself, have you really studied it? Baka naman meron din kasing pagkukulang on your end, or kung wala naman, makikita mo rin naman yun sa sitwasyon. Makikita mo yan, again, if you are very honest with the situation. Kapag tinanong, again, you deserve this. Kasi the least thing that you would want to happen is that it will be against you. Yung parang ikaw yung masasabihan na ikaw, you were not able to measure it well. You are not able to give it your best judgment. And remember how it is? The universe will always keep allowing us to know the lesson really well. Kung ito, hindi natin nabigay yung best decision, expectin mo, the universe will keep giving us these experiences until such time that we really get to learn. Our tip number 2, have you done efforts to address it? Syempre, you know how it is in any form of relationship, may it be in the romantic relationship, may it also be in our career. Knowing the pros and cons is just one, but learning to address these opportunities is another. Hindi porke nakikita mo lang, yun na yun. It also is another for you to start taking action on the opportunities. Remember, these opportunities are opportunities to what? To grow, to improve, and to become better with what you do. So first, pag nakita mo na siya, the next step is for you to take steps on how you're going to address it. Now, no matter which steps you're going to take, it surely clearly entails effort. So do not be afraid to also exert effort. Do not be afraid to also try and resolve it. Exhaust your efforts, especially ano ba yung magiging cue natin na alam natin ibibigay natin yung energy natin, yung effort natin. Kapag alam natin kailangan, pag alam din natin gusto natin, usually kapag ito'y valuable sa atin. If there's value with what you do dun sa experience, especially with the people involved, ano ba yan? People involved, and then you're really going to exert efforts. Look at it this way, basta may passion and may love involved, alam kong gusto mong effortan. That is the key for you to really say na, yes, I've done my fair share. Now, before we continue with our last tip, should you have any experiences, personal dealings na kailangan ng Reiki with Marky's advice and want to be featured in our Dear Marky episode, naka-flash sa screen natin ang email address natin, please send us an email and we will feature you and we'll even protect your identity kasi ang mahalaga ay matulungan namin kayo. Finally, and our one last tip. In staying or going, no matter what you would really want to choose, are you honoring yourself in the process? That is a very important question because hindi naman necessarily na you're staying, you're honoring yourself. And hindi na naman ibig sabihin na you're leaving, you're honoring yourself because there may be situations that you're forced to leave not because it's because your own decision. Talagang you were just requested or you were pushed out in the situation. Now, no matter how you measure things, when you measure it, are you, whether you're staying or whether you're going, are you honoring yourself in the process? And bakit natin kailangan i-honor yung sarili natin? Because tayo yun nasa experience. Because this is our own experience in which the key for us to learning or to grow is for us to learn from this situation, to gain wisdom from this experience. So, more often than not, the reason why we go through with these experiences is may tinuturo lang sa atin si universe. Our goal is to really understand, not necessarily know kung bakit ito binigay sa atin, but our goal is for us to understand why it is here and why we get to experience them. Understanding them is allowing you to know what else you can do so that you can grow from the situation, to let it become wisdom and eventually become a blessing. Now, kapag mineasure mo na itong tatlong mga to, and then you finally end in an answer, either going or staying, I want you to also know that kung ginawa mo na yung steps, and then don't be too hard on yourself. Don't take it too hard on yourself whether you're staying or going because you've given it a good fight. You going through these processes allows you to know that you have given your efforts not just to study what happened, but to understand what you can do with the situation for it to reflect as a blessing in your life. Hindi lang tayo basta, okay, ito yung sitwasyon, ito yung nangyayari sa akin, maganda o hindi. Anyway, next experience. It always has to be with learning. And hindi lang siya sa pangit. Hindi lang siya sa experiences na alam natin na it shakes us. Even on the blessings. Yung mga lessons na to, even the steps you can apply there. How do I continuously improve this? How do I also improve my other life aspects? Hindi lang sa isang aspeto ng life ko. Or is this learning applicable in all other life aspects? Kasi alam natin yan. Especially marami tayong life aspects. May career, may love, may personal. If there are times may mas magandang life aspect pero may ibang life aspect na hindi ganun kaganda, then apply those learnings and teachings on that. And then do the same efforts and then for it to improve or vice versa. Remember, this is a commitment in your life. Because remember, your goal eventually in this world is to really finally see how far you can go by engaging in the ups and downs of life. Not because pinarurusahan tayo, because in the end, we deserve the wisdom. That wisdom shall become into blessings. And remember, my story is your story and your story is my story. In the end, once you rise above from this, your story will definitely inspire others. That's it for our episode for today. If you do like this episode, do not forget to give it a good thumbs up. Special shout out din sa mga forever team bestie natin na forever nagsusuporta sa ating YouTube channel. And also watch out because every Tuesday night, I'm inviting everybody to join our Tarot Tuesdays. Please join us in our Facebook page. It's at Everyday Reiki with Marky. Every Tuesday night from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., we give free tarot readings for everybody. Sumali po tayo doon. That's it again for this episode. My name again is Marky Mendoza na laging nagpapaalala to keep trusting the process. Namaskaram.